Welcome to the stream. You guys make sure you check me out, subscribe, hit the like button, and check it out. Mass Effect 1 Part 4. If you guys don't know, the Citadel is basically the UN for the United Galactic, basically Federation. However, unlike the UN, most of these people are not fully aligned at this point. The alliance is mostly human alliance. I don't know what races are currently aligned in our alliance at this part in the timeline. The Turians are definitely not. Asari seem to be on the fence. Vol is definitely not. I'm gonna basically try to see where that story arc goes in the first one, because the second part and the third part are quite different, because the threat to the universe has basically, and then Shepard himself is in becoming a Spectre, kind of draw some more of the people to the Alliance. So right now we're just going to shoot into the Citadel. And like I said earlier, as far as Saren basically killing my man Nimless, or Nimro, whatever the hell his name was, they didn't give us number one mission with him, Nihilus or some shit. Yeah, Nihilus. And I basically made a decision. If you guys remember, I made a decision to expose the fact that he killed a fellow Spectre on the planet, and that was actually working with the Geth. But you'll see here that that's going to basically not allow me to get the desired action from the council. So just check it out. Yeah, see, if you just pay attention to what they're saying, Udina basically is the alliance counselor that goes up to the council. He's basically our ambassador, and he's going with what I've given them the evidence. I could have actually kidnapped that guy and brought him to the Citadel, but I got the information from him, and I took his Omni tool, which is basically like his iPhone, and I basically said, well, let's just take the iPhone, man. This nigga here, he didn't got PTSD, man. Shut him up, which I pulled a renegade action, and I probably should have now looking back, because I never played this one before, never did a playthrough through it. Now in hindsight, I probably should have taken him to the actual council, and I don't know how it would have played out then, but just a little bit, like I said, guys, with this story arc, the through line, it changes. So the decisions that you make do have big decisions that you make. They don't seem big when you make them, but it definitely affects the story. So this is why I say story writing and the writing specifically, it really matters. So back to it. Yeah, what's crazy about the L Corps race is that they explain everything that they're about to say before they say it. You know, so their sentence structure is crazy, but I like them because they're actually honest, and honesty, man, and loyalty, they go together. And I would respect a person who is fully honest up front more than I respect a person who is using a person's interest or goals to be able to lie to me for to further their objective. So the L Corps, although they haven't been given a lot of basically like forces and ships technology, but they're honest as hell, and that can come in handy. So just a little something for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what was funny is the fact that they both share the same office in the embassy. That damn Volus, he's the stark opposite to the El Corps ambassador. That motherfucker's like, nah, I'm not finna let you lie to this man. And he's like, man, look, bro, you just being naive. He like, man, no, bro, you can't be talking to these folks like that. Look here, man, the council actually like you humans, cause it took us 1,000 years to get up in here. They letting y'all in under 100. Say, man, that's 10 times better than how they treating us. So I feel the L Corps, but that Volus, see now he being an asshole, but you can learn a lot from what he's saying, because now they only respect money. Cause they is like the biggest traders, the biggest economy dudes. They short and stocky. They got the damn. They gotta have the environmental suit, so their bodies is not really conducive to like physical combat or like combat duty. But they got that money. You know what I'm saying? So like he very, very condescending. That motherfucker is very like I don't give a fuckish attitude. But you know what I'm saying? You can learn a lot from the different types. And I just wanted to say that because a lot of people don't understand this is a story of politics as well. And learning how to navigate through political situations to get your end goal. So just a little something for y'all to remember while we're watching this. See what I'm saying? Now my man, the Elcor, he's the honest guy, right? He's super honest. He's like, look, you sitting here talking shit to this man here, right? This is translation, right? You know, hood translation. Say, man, you being all ignorant with this man here talking about y'all done got so much from the council and you know I'm jealous and I'm pissed off. But then my man Elcor being the honest person, he not waiting till I leave to say that. He's saying it in my face. And he's saying it in his face. He's saying, hold up now. Because, man, y'all been granted a lot of favor, man. Let's stop playing here. You know what I'm saying? Just a little insight to what I said earlier. I respect that honest to a fault person like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to not take sides. That motherfucker just being straight up real. The writing is great. These different races, when they created them, created their different tribal, and their objectives and how they operate. Man, the guy who wrote this, I've got to get his name. I saw his name on the DVD, but I'm going to go back and before we get this over with, I'm going to give credit to the writer because, hey, man, story, the different tribes, the different tribal problems, the political intrigue, it's deep, brother. And you wrote a good piece, man. You know, I say it's better than Star Wars. Should have had 3 movies already by now. But who am I? You know, I'm just Shatterstar Games, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. You see what I'm saying? Alarmed response. See, because they talk in the same monotone flavor, he has to actually preface in their grace, the way that they talk, it prefaces the tone of what they're going to say before they say what they say so that you can know what they're saying because the inflections of what they do, you might not understand in your culture. Man, that writing, like I said, that fucking writing is great. Come on now. Just a note for people who don't know the full story of how this plays out, and it actually goes differently because Shepard actually gets in between the Solarian, Turian, and the Krogan rebellion. But just so that you know, the Krogans, the reason they respect the Turians, the people of the council respect the Turians, was because they helped during the Krogan rebellion, and the Solarians also. The Solarians hated the Krogan the most. Spoiler alert, cover your ears. In Mass Effect 3, with Morden Solus, is a Solarian scientist. You get a chance to choose whether or not he lives, let's just say that. And in the process, the Krogan genophage, which is basically a virus created by the Solarians, the smartest, allegedly, in the council, created a genophage to basically wipe out the entire Krogan race. The Krogans are basically the stereotypical strong man. They got like, certain, their biology supports heavy duty action as far as physical combat. They are also more played like the more dumber race. Like basically they got them like big animals, silverback gorillas. You know what I'm saying? And if I was a thinking man, I could see a lot of the correlation of the different races, and they basically treat the Krogans like black folks. I'm gonna just go and say it. They treating the Krogans like, in this story, the strong, the super strong. They have a lot of babies. They are stronger than every other race in their DNA, and they're more resilient than any other race. Resiliency, stamina, physical stature, physical combat ability, natural immunity, So they had to actually create a virus that could kill them and then spray it on them, you know, unknowingly, and then tell them, well, we're going to give you the cure. And then once we give their last remaining female that can actually bear children a cure, but the cure is actually the poison that will kill all of them. So just a little bit of insight. Man, this writing is great. Remember, this stuff was made way before 2020. This game is old as hell. But the writing stands tall. Huh? You think? All right, guys, that was the last part of that stream. I'm trying to basically go ahead and live stream all of these. I'm not playing this live. I'm living it with you guys and just responding. I appreciate everybody supporting. No doubt, love you guys. But for some people who haven't seen, or if you maybe just catching this one on live, or maybe you're catching a replay of it somewhere in the interwebs, I implore you to go back to part 1 through 4. This is 4, and go back and look at some of the commentary that I was making, and also some of the different things that we were doing. So, thanks for all you guys checking it out. Anybody that's a writer that likes to write stories and variable timelines, which could be used for sequels. But in the video gaming world, right, what's different between music as an art and also between like visual art, like a movie, the producer, the writer, the director of photography, the director of the movie, they usually have the audience member who's watching it is usually the person who gets the end result. You know, you may have said, man, I would have made that choice. I wouldn't have done this. So with Mass Effect, what drew me to it originally as a great game and trilogy, and also just a story, not just a game, was because that you were able to make a separate decision and see where would it turn out if you made this decision. And the writing on that, man, when you have to do different timelines and through lines and different choices in the overall diaspora of the entire political intrigue, it starts to make you understand the type of political writing, the story writing, and a different amount of writing that you have to do for each different character arc, each different race arc, the different tribes within the race. It just gets real deep. So thank y'all for checking us out. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be coming out with all of this up and until after the council meeting. So I'm just basically bumping around here trying to talk to everybody inside of the Presidium. It's the first time I'm coming to the Citadel and Mass Effect 1. So I'm trying to make sure I talk to everyone and get their full dialogue and the different missions that may or may not come but as a result. So that's why I'm kind of bumping around. So thanks, guys, for checking us out. Once again, like, share, subscribe, Shatterstar Games, and I'm out.